I'm Wendy Williams, and I see that you've decided to use my adapted format for my discussion board post. I hope this meets your auditory and visual learning style. Let's get started, okay? Adapted technology for education mainly comes in one of three packages: universal design, assistive adaptive technology, and occupational or physical therapy. When we talk about universal design, I'm sure you already know this implies the ability for all people, disabled or non-disabled, to gain equal access to facilities or materials. Things such as curb cuts allow better mobility for wheelchairs, but also make it easier for people pushing strollers or people who simply have difficulty stepping up or down. Ways that we see universal design within or outside of our schools includes elevators, school buses with lifts, entrance ramps, automatic doors with push buttons or sensors, and computers that have touch screens and ways to adapt for color or font size. These measures benefit anyone, not just people with disabilities. You utilize universal design in your lesson presentations when you try to accommodate various learning styles, such as providing a way for visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learners optimal strategies for acquiring information, like lecturing while using a PowerPoint and providing a manipulative or hands-on activity. Providing materials online, such as textbooks or videos, is another way that we use universal design and technology. At the Gwinnett County Public Schools Instructional Strategies Conference in 2014, Melanie Abad described assistive technology like this. The term assistive technology devices means any item, pieces of equipment, or product system, whether acquired commercially, off the shelf, modified, or customized, that is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of a child with a disability. In terms of assistive technology, most of my students have utilized devices which have enabled them to better hear, speak, write, or pay attention. For speaking or augmented communication, my students have used low-tech items such as pictures using BoardMaker software in order to see a visual schedule when they could not tell time, to communicate their wants and needs, and to select choices in response to curriculum assessments. Two electronic versions of communication devices that I have used are Little Macs and GoTalks. Little Macs are recording devices and simply have a button that the student pushes to indicate his response. The teacher records a voiceover. GoTalks are also programmable by the teacher and hold a variety of pictures which the student pushes to indicate a response. These have interchangeable picture slides and can be designed to coordinate with subject matter. See the pictures below. Little Mac, GoTalk. The GoTalk is easy for students with disabilities to carry as they have a little handle built into the device. They are much more durable than a tablet, as they can be dropped repeatedly and not break. There's no glass. Assistive technology that I have used to support writing includes AlphaSmarts, word processors used prior to students having laptops, tablets, word predictor software. I don't remember the specific software, but the students selected pictures using a touch screen to create a sentence and the computer wrote the words, and keyboards with enlarged or color-coded keys. My higher students who have fine motor deficits but are able to keyboard have been allowed to adapt their written responses from written to typed. We have provided school-wide training for keyboarding using the software Type to Learn. As stated in a previous post, students with hearing loss or deficits have been provided with county-issued hearing aids that connect to an FM system. The teacher wears a speaker, and the teacher's voice is transmitted more loudly into the hearing aids. These hearing aids do not amplify any extraneous sounds, just the teacher's voice. These were provided for students who did not have personal hearing aids. In addition, the students who are apraxic or unable to vocalize with appropriate volume or articulation used a microphone amplifier when speaking. Because the microphone was not wireless, I only used this in small group when the student was reading aloud to me. Assistive technology, which is provided by the OT or PT, typically helps maintain attention, proper position, or provide sensory stimulation so that students can gain better access to instruction. Students have been provided with a variety of things like writing grips, slant boards, vibrating watches for attention, alternate seating devices like balls or inflatable cushions for attention, and adapted writing materials like raised line paper or colored paper. OT and PT services are only provided to enhance educational instruction. I have had parents ask OT assistance for shoe tying, bike riding, and playing on playground equipment, and was given a firm no by the county OT or PT. Gwinnett County Public Schools has provided some adaptations of assessment materials which benefit students with disabilities. The CRCT had a modified version, CRCT-M, which was adapted to provide fewer questions, less complex vocabulary, helpful hint bubbles, and larger print. The assessment could be read aloud to students with reading deficits. Students were also given the option to answer questions on the Halo bubble form or by writing in the test document. This year, Georgia Milestones offered an online format and a written format. Students who had the accommodation of read aloud were required to take the online version, as that test was read to them by the computer. Students were typically provided with extended time to complete the test. The only negatives that I can think of when it comes to adaptive or assistive technology are technology sometimes fails. We've had things not work, servers get overloaded, teachers get stuck because they don't know how to solve a problem, and things like that. Some technology is hard to acquire. Many of the things I've discussed would be provided via an IEP. In order to get assistive technology, the IEP committee must agree, based on data, that there is a need to request an AT, OT, or PT evaluation. The evaluation is time-consuming, and it takes a while to obtain the devices. They all have to be turned in for summer and then re-obtained in the fall. This also is time-consuming. Teachers make mistakes. Sometimes adapting the curriculum or technology does not happen because a teacher is not aware that the student needs the adaptation, or even worse, the teacher simply does not want to take the time. Teacher training can be limited. I'm sure that many of you have discovered software programs or apps which can adapt both input and output information. I don't yet have a tablet, but hope to get one this summer. I'd love to hear how you use yours to adapt things for students. So now I have a challenge for you. I'd like you to take your discussion board post and adapt it in a way that makes it more accessible for the rest of us to obtain. Are you up for the challenge? I know you could do a better job than I did. You probably know some really cool technology, and that's what I would love to see. So go ahead and take the challenge and let's get creative.